Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's me Adar Rahman, your English teacher, and today I'm here with an amazing and a very important lecture, and that is about adjective. First of all, we should know that what is an adjective, what is the concept of an adjective, and how do we use that, where do we use that, and how can we use that. So first of all, we should know that what is an adjective. So the definition of an adjective is already on the board, that is written. A word that modifies a noun or pronoun is called an adjective. Modify means to explain something more about that, to add something more about that. It means if there is a word that is adding something in addition to, that is adding something to the meaning of a noun and pronoun, that is called an adjective. So I think that it's clear. So adjective is a word that is modifying, that is explaining, that is adding, that is, putting something extra in addition in the meaning of a noun and pronoun. Like for example, so what I see that he is a boy, that is an example. And if I say he is a very good boy, here good means, good is adding something to the meaning of a boy, like the boy is a bit good one. So that is an adjective, that is an example of that. And adjective is always used before a noun. So that should be kept in mind, that adjective is used before a noun because it adds, it is something to add in the meaning of a noun and pronoun. So that's why we should use it before that. And one more thing that I should tell you, that adjectives are of two types. Like there are two in descriptive adjective, like I'm going to explain everything here, but before that I want to say something, that adjectives can be used positive and negative adjective. Like if there is a word that is explaining, that is expressing something positive, that has a positive meaning for something, that is called a positive adjective. And if there is a word that is something negative, that has some sense of negative, so we call it a negative adjective. Like if I say he is very smart, like smart is something that is a positive thing, so that's why we call it a positive adjective. If I say you are very much lazy, so lazy is something that is a bit negative quality. Lazy means I'm not able to do something, to do work, I'm not able to go there, I'm not able to stroll and meander there. So that is a word which is used for negative things, so that is a negative adjective. And of course we have some degrees of adjectives which I have already written here, so I'll discuss them and why do we use them, why are degrees important for us. So there are three types of degrees of adjective. Number one is positive degree. Positive is, already I told you that if you have nothing, like you are talking about something in general, you're not comparing something, you're not making someone the top or something in a group or something like that. So positive means talk about something, explain a quality that might be good, might be bad about a person, but that should be a general quality. So like for example, if I say he is good, he's a good teacher, like teacher, I'm talking about the teacher is very good, teacher is good, but I'm not comparing him to anyone else. So that is a positive degree of an adjective. And there is also a comparative. So it is clear from the name of that. Comparative means to compare. So if you are comparing two things together and you're making one the best one and the second is a good a bit lower in category, so that is comparative degree. Like for example, I say I'm better than you. For example, I won't say that. Okay, you are better than me. Like you are better than me. So that is a word which is like the better. That better is a word that is explaining that, comparing you and I, you and me. So that is explaining that, comparing these two words. So if there is a comparison between two things, so we use comparative degree. For example, if I give you a very common example, if I have a bowl of something like maybe sugar or maybe salt, and I tell you it's smaller in category or it's big, large, so what will you say? You might say, if that is a big small cup or something, you might say it's small, and you might say it's big or it's large in number. But I feel you're making a mistake here, because you cannot say something is less, something is more without comparing. Like if you say that this cup of tea is very less, there is no more tea. So what will happen to you is that you are mistaken, like you are wrong here. Why? Because that comparison, that comparative degree is only used, like you have to say, you have to compare that thing to something else. After that you will be able to say that it's more, it's less, or it's less in amount. So you have to compare two things for that. And what is superlative degree? That is superlative degree, not superlative. That might be okay, but superlative, that's something good. So superlative degree is used when you are making someone the best in every. Like if you have a class, for example, if there is a group of people and you say that this one is in the top rank, like nobody can compete this person. For example, if I say there are 5 people living in a place, or they are walking on the road, and I say he is the tallest person in the group, means that person is taller, the tallest one. Like nobody can reach the height, nobody can match the height of that person. So here I have used superlative degree. For example, if I say he is the best one, means nobody can become of his category, nobody can even be to that standard of his level. So that is called superlative degree. Now let's come towards the types of adjectives. We also have some types of adjectives which I have already written here on the whiteboard. So demonstrative adjective, we also have discussed about demonstrative pronoun in that pronoun video, but here we will talk about demonstrative adjective. I know these adjectives are the same as we have discussed, like this, that, and these and those. But demonstrative means to point out something like this, that, these, and those. But how do we use the as an adjective? If I say this person is sick, means here I have used noun. This is pointing out to this thing. And I have said that if something modifies noun or pronoun, which is modifying, this thing is modifying that person, which is noun. So if it is modifying person, it is called adjective. So that should be adjective. Okay, so this is demonstrative adjective. So it means that demonstrative adjective is pointing out a person or thing. Let's come towards distributive adjective, in which we talk about something at a time. Like for example, how there are many people, but I say each of you, each person should go there. Every person is allowed to come here. And here I've also said in that demonstrative distributive pronoun, but here it's an adjective. Every person is etc. So every person means every is describing, modifying, adding something to this person, to this noun. So if something is adding something to the meaning of a noun, that is called an adjective. So this is called distributive adjective. And the same here, we have an interrogative adjective. So how do we use that? We have, like for example, what, who, which, like that. So if I say, which book do you like? Which book do you like? So here I have this which is modifying that thing. This which is modifying that book. So if something is modifying noun, again, that is called adjective. So here it is like a question, like an interrogative. That's why we call it interrogative adjective. Let's come towards possessive adjective. We all make a lot of mistakes in possessive pronouns plus possessive adjective. Like when we draw a table of possessive pronouns, we call subjective pronoun, objective pronoun, and possessive pronoun. There we use adjectives, but we call that pronoun, but that is not pronoun. Like for example, if I say, this is my pen. This is my pen. Pen is a noun. This my is showing the possession of something. Means this my is telling something about this pen, that this is belonging to me, this is my property. So if a word is modifying a noun, it is called an adjective, not a pronoun. Pronoun means to add something, like that is a word which is used in the place of noun. So here noun is again used. So when noun is used, it can never be a pronoun. That's why we call it adjective. If you want to make it pronoun, then you have to say, this pen is mine, or the pen is mine. here we have an adjective like that. So one more thing, we have a descriptive pronoun, adjective. Descriptive is something that I already told you, that explaining the good quality and the bad quality that we use in positive degrees. So that is very much simple. So descriptive is referring to positive degrees, in which we call about a positive degree, or it means a good quality and a bad quality of some person, of people, or of things. So that is called descriptive. And what is quantitative adjective? Quantity means to have an amount of something. So that is used for quantitative. So means if I say 2 eggs, egg is a noun, and this 2 is modifying this thing. So when 2 is modifying egg, noun, that is called a quantitative adjective. That is an adjective, but that is in quantity, means 2, that's an amount of something. That's why we call it quantitative adjective. What is indefinite? Indefinite adjective that I have said. So that is like we are referring something general, like we are not, having or maybe pointing out something. We're not doing that. We're just referring something or talking about something in general. Like for example, if I say any person can come here, any person means person is a noun, any is modifying that thing, and I have not pointed out anyone. So it means I'm talking in general. Someone should, some people should come here, means people, these are nouns, and some is modifying that thing, so which is used as an indefinite adjective. So guys, that was all a mini lecture about adjective, degrees of adjective, and of course the types of adjective. And if you want to have a screenshot of that, and if you want to write it down, I'll give you 3 seconds, capture it. So I hope that you have written down everything that I have told you, and I have taught you today, and you might have understood it. And if you still have any sort of problem, don't forget to write your comment in the comments box down below. I will try my best to tackle all of your problems and to solve all of your problems. And inshallah, after replying you will have no problem in that at all. So thank you for watching my video, but of course subscribe my channel. That is something very much important. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much.